DJ Sledgehammer, Justina Emily, and Ranella at the Mike House in Hollywood. For the artist, by the artist.
What's going on, you guys? It's Justina Emily, and we are so excited to kind of bring some new flavor to the show. We've been just, thinking about it, and we had to bring on a good friend of ours. We would like to introduce you to our new co-host, Ranella.
What's up, guys? I'm so excited to be here. First of all, what kind of flavor? Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry?
Let's just mix it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
just
we'll
mix it all together. You know what I mean?
Mix it all together.
Yeah.
Today I am strawberry chocolate.
Oh, okay. Strawberry chocolate.
Where you get the chocolate from?
I just like chocolate all over.
So let's go ahead and get into our show. We are so excited for our first guest. He is a dope artist. He's coming out of Cerritos, California. Everyone give it up for Jayo Cortez.
What's up, Jayo? There it is.
Hey, Cerritos is my hometown, Jayo. I'm going to ask you some questions. Hey, Cerritos in the building.
So can you tell us about how you got started in the music industry?
I have been making music, writing at least since I was 5. So I always had a passion for music, and in middle school and stuff, I was in a band and all that. So I just always loved music. And then once I stopped playing basketball, I said, man, I'm gonna take it serious now. So I talked to my stepbrother at the time and told him to take me to the studio. And I recorded my first song in one take, and it was just
one take.
How old were you when you did that?
I was 17.
Wow.
Okay, cool.
17.
That's awesome. So wait, you said you played in a band?
Yeah.
What instruments
I
did
played the bass drum.
What? Drumline in the house.
we got a Hall of Famer in the building.
Yeah, the conductor said I was the anchor of the band, so I held everything down. I was like the rhythm of the band. So.
We got to put that to test. We got some drums over there. FYI.
Now, Jayo Cortez is a Set Live featured artist. You had came out, and I'll be really... Sledge, you remember that night when he was with us?
Kind of, sort of, but it was a lot of stuff going on. So
no, but you shut down the house.
I saw the videos.
Yeah, he actually was towards the end of the bill, and there was a lot of people that showed up, and they were amped and they were fired up, and man, you killed.
Oh, that's right. You brought 30 people.
He brought 30 people.
I remember now. Yeah.
You bought the Cerritos deep.
Yeah. And I was like, "Who you here to see?" And they're like, "Jayo Cortez," and it was easy 30 people.
That's right.
Shut
He lit it
down.
up. I remember now.
That's awesome.
Who's your inspiration? Behind your music and stuff. Who do you listen to? Who do you rock with on your playlist?
Kendrick Lamar is my favorite rapper, but so he would be my biggest inspiration. Him. I listen to a lot of Jay-Z, Snoop, Drake, Tupac, Lil Wayne. So those are my biggest inspirations. But by far, Kendrick is probably number one.
Mm-hmm. So when you started listening to music at 5 years old, who was your first artist that made you man, I want to...
My mom said when I was younger, I listened and watched a lot of Busta Rhymes and Missy Elliott.
Busta Rhymes.
I
love Busta Rhymes.
Missy's
said
MVP.
I was a baby and she'd just put me in front of the TV and I would just be glued to the TV whenever they came on.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's what's up.
What new material do you actually have coming up? Because I'm really excited. Can you tell us about the deluxe?
Oh, yeah. So I just put out the deluxe album September 25th. You got the standout single from the project is a Get Enough remix with Helen, For Real. And the project is doing real well, we put out Issues Different in July. And we had got a great reception for it. Article said it was one of the best albums of the year they heard. And I just was man, I'm in a zone. So I just kept working. I was I'm going to put out a deluxe. And then 2 months later, we put the deluxe out. So,
so you're just naturally gifted, huh?
Yeah.
He's like,
I
yeah.
guess
He's
Well,
hot.
Going back to Cerritos, I'm from Cerritos. And Cerritos is like a bubble.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you go out of the city and become who you are right now? Because Cerritos is we are like a bubble over there. There's
I
really
know.
no musicians that come from there except for me so far, and then now you.
Yeah.
Passing the torch. I'm just playing.
But nah, you know, I'm real connected in Long Beach.
Nice.
You know, I grew up in Long Beach. I got family in
562.
Long Beach. Yeah, so I was always networking out there, and I would spend like a lot of time out there. And that's where I really started like popping first in Long Beach.
Nice.
And then like I put out my first mixtape in high school, and then like everybody in my high school loved it, and it made its way out of, you know, Gar, and it got to Cerritos High School, and then it just started spreading all over the city. So,
That's awesome.
So as an artist, man, how hard is it? Is it, you know, like your peers, for instance, tell the people out there they could continue to do what they do if they push themselves to the higher standard.
Right. It's all about dedication, you know. I've been doing this, you know, for 6 years now. And, you know, there's been times where it's like, damn, like, you don't see it paying off, and you be like, I'm putting all this money into it, and I'm barely seeing anything. But it's all about having that dedication and, you know, that drive to just keep going and, you know, beat the odds, because in the end it's going to be worth it once it all pays off.
Absolutely.
So, you know, that's what really drives me. It's just like, you know, I didn't put countless hours, you know, invested all my money into it, but I just know at the end it's all going to pay off. So that's what keeps me going.
That's right.
Yeah.
What do you, when people hear your name, Jayo Cortez from Cerritos, what do you want people to think when they hear about you? What is like something that you just wish they could say?
Greatness and authenticity. You know, I always give myself, you know, I don't try to portray anything I'm not. You know, this is 100% on me. So whenever people meet me or, you know, hear me, they'll be like, he's real, like he's authentic. You know, he's not sugarcoating nothing. It's just 100%. 100%.
Well, you know, you were basically talking about as an independent artist. What do you think are the struggles of being an independent artist? And do you ever feel like the independent artist goes unnoticed in the community?
Definitely, because they just don't have that backing like a major artist does. So really, as an independent artist, you know, you got to be able to come up with marketing ideas, promotion, figure out ways that you can capture people's attention, because you don't have that backing. So it's like you got to come up with creative ways to market yourself and get yourself out there. And, you know, so that's what one thing I can say about my team and I, like, we always coming up with great marketing and promotion and stuff like that, because it's hard being independent.
Absolutely. You got to do everything.
So you got to really do something creative that's going to catch the audience, catch their eyes, catch their attention.
You got to brand yourself, you know, and that's the main thing. You just can't put out music. It goes beyond that.
Right.
You know, you got to, it's a brand that you got to create.
Right.
You know, if you don't create a brand, then the music is not going to stay, you know, because everybody could do music,
Everybody.
you know, but it's like, how can you stand out better than the next person?
Exactly. Exactly.
Who are the top 3 people that anyone you can work with? Who are the top 3 people? They say, Jayo, who do you want? We'll get them here right now. 3 artists that you want to work with.
Kendrick first and foremost. And then as far as a producer, I would go with Dr. Dre.
Hey.
Dr. Dre. And then I really want to work with Stevie Wonder. Like, I listen to a lot of Stevie Wonder.
You don't want to hit. You don't want to work with Hit Boy.
Hit Boy for sure.
Okay.
I wrote down like who I want on my first major album, and he's definitely a producer on there. But those are the top 3. So
That's right.
Kendrick, Dr. Dre, and Stevie Wonder.
And those are classics.
Yeah.
Right. Stevie Wonder is probably one of the only few living legends right now, right?
Yeah.
Who else?
But like Dre, like Dre be making some dope beats.
Man.
Still
Great.
To this day,
Yeah.
you know.
That's
and
why his wife is like, here. I mean, we're not going to go there.
Ding, I want this thing.
Hey, she's still getting $500,000 a month.
Oh, my gosh.
Did you know that?
What can you do with, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Child care is not that expensive.
her phone bill was supposed to be like $20,000 or something like that. What?
Those
My
are
phone bill is like
Why you talk so much?
Someone put her on the family plan. Jayo, you know I have to put you on the spot.
What's up?
Because you hot, dude. When you get on, and it's funny that you instantly, like you say, like, Kendrick, you know, inspires you and you want to work with him. Because when you were at the set live and you performed, I got Kendrick Lamar.
Really?
Like, I was just like, the entire time, I was like, he has Kendrick feels.
Yeah.
And you humble. And when the people that were there that night and they're like, we followed him, he followed us right back, and you write to him, he writes you back like within 5 minutes, and it's like, you're dope. You know, we told you that this is like one of my first goals as on the Platform podcast. I said I want Jayo Cortez because you're gonna be a legend. Like I sense that from you.
Oh, I got goosebumps. Yes.
Yeah. So can you do a little something
You want to throw it on a little beat, or you can just do it?
You can throw a beat on.
Let me see what I got. Let me just see.
You don't like my beatboxing? Just kidding.
All right.
Hey, what? Come on, let's go. Hey, Jayo.
We in the mic house. Turn the lights out. Tell all the large mouths better pipe down. We gon' get it. We gon' get to it. Off to the top of the dome, this not a written, we do it, we here, and we going in. You know what I'm about, I make it snow in here. You know what I do, I come through. Me and my crew, red or blue, it don't matter who you better trust us. You better never try to rush us, cause guarantee you gon' get hurt. Jail really put them right in the dirt, you see me? Gold shining, you know we in here, yeah. This off the top of the head, you know it's not a written. I spit it, I did it, I go and get it. We in the mic house, I mean like right now.
Hey.
Yeah. Go Jayo.
Jayo Cortez, let them know where they could find your music and where they could find you on social media.
All right. Social media is at Jayo Cortez, Jayo Cortez, like the shoe. Music is available on every streaming platform. I just put out my It's Just Different Deluxe. Be on the lookout for some new videos and new music on the way.
It's hot. Thank you, Jayo Cortez.
Thank y'all for having me.
Check this out, man. I just wanted to give y'all a quick update about everything that we got to offer here at this studio, right? So we got a brand new, never before done subscription plan specifically designed for artists by artists, you know what I'm saying? So what this is called is the Platform. And what the Platform is, it's a monthly subscription to where you can subscribe to our studio at 3 different price points. We got a bronze package, we got a gold package, and we got a platinum package. And what those different packages do is it gives you different types of access and different types of levels of services that we offer here every single week at the studio. So that way, if you're an independent artist on the grind and you're figuring out like, man, I need studio time, I need some beats, I need mixing and mastering, I need artwork, I need a music video, I need a podcast, whatever it is you need, all you got to do is check out our Platform, our subscription service, and we got everything that you need for the price of one. You know what I'm saying? So we giving artists weekly access to our studio 2 hours a week, and you able to do everything that we have to offer. So hey, check us out. Make sure y'all follow us at Beyond Average LA. And once again, I go by the name of Raj Will. This is the Mike House Studios, and we are Beyond Average.
This is the Platform with your number one DJ, DJ Sledgehammer, Justina Emily, and Ranella at the Mike House in Hollywood. For the artist, by the artist.
Yo, welcome back to the Platform on DJ Sledgehammer. We're about to get this started.
Woo!
Let's go.
Yes, let's get it started with our next guest. She is a wonderful friend of mine. She is a makeup artist as well as an esthetician. Everyone give it up for the beautiful and talented Helen Lugo.
Helen, hey. Welcome to the Mike House.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome, absolutely.
You looking gorgeous, honey.
I love that lipstick.
Thank you. It's such fantastic vibes in here.
Yes.
I love it.
What lipstick is that?
It's the Fenty. I forget what they're called. I think they're lip glosses or something. I don't know. Stunner.
Stunner.
That's why.
Yes. By a girl, Rihanna. Riri.
Come in here, stunning.
Oh, that's not the glasses?
No, she has like these glass bombs. That's what they're called. I love that.
That's an old school thing. Throw my stunners on. Yeah, there it is.
Sorry.
Can you tell everyone how you got started in the industry?
I had no idea what I wanted to do after high school. I just knew I didn't want to go to college. I saw I Love Lucy, and at the end of it was Max Factor makeup artist, and I was like, oh my God, that's a thing. I was already really artsy, and I decided to jump in to do that, but I'm from the IE, so it's really hard to go to school out that way. Everything's out here in LA. Right. And so, yeah, through trial and error, had a 2-year-old, went to school and been doing it ever since.
So where did your love for makeup come from? Like pretty much just from watching?
Pretty much from watching the transformations, and I used to work at the library, so I used to be out down in the basement, the creepy old basement at the Pomona Library, and looking through all the magazines and looking at their transformations. That's not how they woke up, you know?
Right. Wait, I'm like, what do you mean?
Oh my God. And plus, I had, like this. And which goes hand in hand with being an esthetician, because I had really bad acne, and I didn't start wearing makeup until I want to say middle school, because I had to cover all the cystic acne because it's hereditary in my family.
Oh, wow.
And that really thick MAC makeup that kind of like drained all the color from your skin.
Right, because that makes you break out more, because I had the same issue too.
Oh, did you really?
MAC is like, I mean, it's good for the stage.
Yeah.
But it makes you break out.
Yeah,
you have to wipe it off after.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that.
Yes, at that time.
It's trial and error. MAC was like the ish at the time, you know?
Exactly.
That's why I was saying that you got to change the pad. Remember I was talking about that?
Okay. Let's
You got to change that pad.
Question.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead, ask her, Sledge.
For your face, you know, people break out, especially, you know, women. But don't you have to change the pad, the mascara?
She looks confused.
Okay, you're talking about like your sponge when you wash your face?
Yeah.
No,
for the makeup that you put on.
Yeah, like your compact pad.
Yeah, there.
Yes,
See?
actually,
You know
yes. So
about.
what happens? Yes,
it's not a
you're
pad.
Right, you're right.
What is it?
She just said it's a sponge.
It's like it's a sponge. And
That's a tomato or a tomato? I don't know.
It's an avocado.
Your face gonna look like an avocado if you don't change that pad.
And it's funny because a lot of men don't really know a lot about makeup.
No.
So he was like, I want to ask her, how long does it take to change the pad? And we're like,
I am so glad you asked that though, because you got it. You got all the answers. So what happens is mineral-based makeup, so like powders and things like that, don't really harbor bacteria as much. So that'll be a little bit more like longevity. If you have creams or if you have liquids, bacteria harbors a lot faster, which is what you're talking about. You gotta change that shit.
You get those big old pimples, you know, boing, boing,
so like,
all
you
on
know,
your face.
you got you have the makeup and it comes with its own sponge. Those get tossed out real quick because, you know, I'm not double dipping or giving myself any acne.
That's why I don't wear makeup.
That's why you got gorgeous skin.
Oh,
Doesn't
thank
he?
you.
Butter.
Black seed oil, baby.
Caramel.
Black seed
and
oil.
actually, I had to see Helen. Well, when the pandemic happened, you started promoting like your own, what is it, a face pill?
Yeah, so I did like at-home chemical peels for people who, like, I prepackaged them for people who were, you know, had downtime, but also I had to talk to them to see if their skin was prepared for it, because you can't just put chemical peels on anybody. And so, we gave her a little peel. She shed like a snake, and she got that fresh baby glowing skin.
That's
It
why
was
she got
so gorgeous. She's my esthetician. She's my go-to girl. I'm like,
we did extractions, and she's like, damn it, I can't see it.
Yeah, I watch Dr. Pimple Popper, and I'm like, Helen, look at this. Like, it's just so exciting to see it like look all nasty, and then when you're done, it comes out.
It's like spaghetti.
How long does it take? Does it happen instantly?
For everybody's different, so it depends if your skin's prepared for it. So
it's so prepared. It's been ready.
It's been ready.
Yes.
I'm saying in the sense of like dehydration. So if you're dehydrated,
girl, I got my gallon of water right here.
Oh, good. Oh my God.
I am very hydrated.
How are you not running to the restroom?
She take 2 sips a day on that. You know what I mean? Come on.
Right.
She's like, it's constantly filled back up.
Yeah.
No. So if your skin's dehydrated, it doesn't have enough moisture to kind of pull that stuff out.
Got it.
You know, so it's important to have a balance of oil and water in the skin.
And how can you tell? Because she'll look at somebody's skin, she'll say, and she'll be like, "You've been eating fried foods too much."
You'll say that to me all the time, Ranella.
Oh my God.
You've had cookies, chocolate cake.
I ate 3 cookies yesterday. They were delicious.
I know.
Yeah, so you can tell kind of by the way that when I tug and pull the skin, the way that it retracts and the way that it moves and kind of what comes out of it.
Wow.
they comes out different colors, you know.
Oh,
Sometimes
wow.
it's a little yellowish, sometimes it's a little white.
Poison
I
your system,
know,
huh?
it's weird. I love it though.
What?
She loves what
It's
she does.
That's
morbid,
good,
but I
because
love
it's
it.
important
Yeah.
that you love what you do.
Yeah, I
So
do.
when you decided to make it into a business, why did you make it into a business? That's actually the question.
Okay, so makeup wise, you know, that comes with freelance. Like you have to do that. So you already come with that hustle, you know.
Right.
Skincare, however, I was working at a medical spa. My mom started telling all of her church people, you know, can you help them? My daughter works here and there, you know. I figured why not help my community? You know,
That's awesome.
I have what I
So you
have
helped all the
skills.
church ladies?
I helped all the little church
Wow, that's so
abuelitas.
sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, they prayed for you. They were like in the neighborhood.
And they did. Every time I would help them, they're like, oh my gosh, Mihan,
Get
can I
that
pay
holy
for you
water.
before you leave? And I'm like, of course.
That's awesome.
I just wanted to help those in my community where I came up, you know, in the hood, and being able to kind of
Right.
help them, you know. Not everybody can afford $200 to get a facial.
No, that's so
Yes.
true. I
Yeah.
need to get a facial. from
Yes,
you.
because that's another thing too, is that I came from Almani. I grew up in Almani. My
Hey,
mom, we
Almani.
didn't
That's where I got-
spend money on like massages or things like that. And
No.
then when Helen was like, "Girl, like it's, you know, I have facials, I have lash lifts and all that.
Wow.
Homegirl does
Yeah,
everything."
it's just I have a love for the beauty industry in general. It just like it fills my heart. And so if I see, that's my way of nurturing others. So if I can nurture my community, then I will, you
That's
know, I'll find a
amazing.
way. And so little by little, it was never my intention to have a business that way, but little by
It
little
just
it became,
happens
yeah,
right there.
word of mouth.
That's
you
your
know.
gift.
Yeah.
That's your calling.
You know, the people who are meant for you will come to you. Whatever's meant for you
Amen.
will
Hey, I
come
like
to you.
that.
So
There we
I
go.
don't, you know, word of mouth
Right.
reference, just be yourself.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
beautiful. She's beautiful.
Oh,
Well,
you're
what kind of
beautiful.
advice would you give to young, up-and-coming entrepreneurs in this business?
Oh my God, education. Like, do as much research as possible in the sense of like, you found your niche and doing esthetician and doing makeup. Okay, find your niche within that niche,
Right.
you know? So you can have a specialty and so that you're able to kind of, that's what you can offer into the world. Like, what are you able to offer within yourself, within your hands, within your tools, within your skill set? And how are you going to make that, you know, into a business? Really being self-aware is like a huge...
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness is huge. So you have to do a lot of internal talk, research.
Oh, yeah, I had to do that.
Yeah,
Yes.
educate yourself
Right.
so that you find your niche and you put yourself out there as much as possible.
Do you find yourself spending a lot of money, or can anybody do this, or what's like your cost? Like, is it it is? or-
Okay, so as an esthetician, you can do so many different things. So you can either stick to makeup, you can do waxing, which the what is that called? Like the amount of products that you need at the back end, you don't waste so much doing waxing. Doing facials, I need for every single skin type. I need, 4x4s, I need sponges, I need this and that. So
Don't forget the pad.
yeah, don't forget the pad. They get tossed out real quick. And so yeah, that cost is pretty expensive. On top of your makeup kit, like that's a few thousands right there.
And you
Oh,
got your
yeah.
table. She has her table.
Oh yeah, accessories, your chair, your table,
Everything.
yeah, everything. Literally my massage table,
Right.
my
Yeah.
steamer,
Right, and you have to carry
my
all
tools,
that.
my equipment, my makeup dermabrasion machine.
Oh my
none of
gosh, so you
that.
have everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, little by little, because like I said, it wasn't my intention, so I started getting stuff so I didn't have to pay for anything. I was like, let me buy stuff so I can give myself
Right.
a home facial, because
Right.
I'm not paying that med spa
Right.
money.
Right, and then before you know it, you have a whole full spa.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened.
And then you also have this cool thing. I think we have footage on this. You're laying down, and then she covers your entire face. I was like,
So like a
she-
peel or something like that?
Yeah, and then you like pull it off, but I was like, Helen, I don't think I could do that. I'm claustrophobic, and she's like, no, I don't cover your nostrils or your mouth. Like,
She's
I'm
so
gonna let you
funny.
breathe. I was like, I can't.
I do try to ask people if they're claustrophobic.
That-
I don't have to cover your eyes and your lips, but it's beneficial. They're hydrogelly masks. So they come in a powder, you mix them with water, and they kind of, depending on what I need to do for your skin
Right.
type, I customize it for you. And so that's what I put on her, and it just kind of peels off. It becomes, it's like a slime. It goes on like a slime, and it hardens a little bit, but it stays in that jelly, pliable form.
That's awesome. So when you look at someone's face, you can pretty much automatically know what to do with them, or do you kind of like have to study the skin as you're going through it?
I like tell me what your concern is and tell me what you've been doing. It's a lot of research, trial and error.
I'm sure.
I mean, especially as women, like guys, your hormonal balances are not constantly fluctuating like us, you know. And so stress, everything can cause.
That's not what my wife said.
I had a toxic.
But you know, one of the top 3 things that people are talking about, I was asking, you know, our viewers a couple of questions over the weeks, and they said mask acne.
Oh, that's such a thing.
They're like, I am breaking out under my mask. Can you let the people know what mask acne is?
Okay, so it's basically that buildup in bacteria that's produced with long-term use of wearing those masks for long periods of time.
Right.
So that moisture of you breathing into that mask, and then if you're already an oily person, and if you're already stressed and tend to have hormonal acne, boom, you're going to get like breakouts. So in order to help it, if it's cystic, I would say stick to products like benzoyl peroxide. If it's just little bumpies, I mean, of course, get a facial. But like if it's just little bumpies, salicylic acid would help break those down.
Where can they find those at?
You can go to Walmart or Target.
Amazon,
yeah, but for sure, don't just pick anything up. For sure, try to get a consultation. A lot of estheticians do free virtual consultations right now.
Right.
And so that way you're able to kind of know and get a background of what it is.
So I actually had, like I told you, like I had like a bad breakup, like literally like 2 years ago. It was from a toxic situation that I was in. And that happens, right?
Really?
Because of stress. Like it was a breakup under my chin to my forehead. Like it was disgusting. That's part of the reason I started gaining weight, because I stopped going to the gym.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to put makeup on because I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
So how do you cure something like that when it's coming from stress or like
so
emotional?
If it's coming internally, like I said, being self-aware is super important. So you have to kind of check in with yourself and say, okay, have I drank enough water? Have I been eating a lot of greasy, fatty foods? Sugar induces it. Gluten induces it. Dairy, you know. Yeah. Have I been doing any of that stuff? So checking in with yourself. If you want to ignore all that, that's cool. But like, don't complain about you getting your breakouts if you're not fully checking in with yourself, you know. Eating your veggies and drinking plenty of water.
I think I was really healthy at that time, but I think it was just emotional. Is that like
stress will heighten your hormones, and boom, there goes your hormonal. For women, we get them a lot down here.
Right.
Okay, awesome. And Helen, where can the people find you?
On Instagram, it's Helen Hell. HELL_N, Helen, I'm being clever, _ beauty.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for coming out and educating the people.
Right.
You guys hit her up. She'll do everything from facials to lash lifts, makeup, chemical peels, all that good stuff. Hit her up. She knows what she's talking about. I highly recommend it. All right. Thank you so much, Helen Lugo, for being in the mic house and educating us about our skin and all that beauty good stuff. You know what, you guys, that is the end of the show. We thank you so much. Make sure you tune in for next week's episode. DJ Sledgehammer, take it away.
Let's do it.
Yeah, look, you wake up with money on your mind, girl, you my favorite. You be looking like a dime even when you ain't wearing makeup. Yeah, I ain't mess with that.